Good evening, football fans, and welcome to another Holy Innocents football game presented by SUV TV alongside Dunn Neugebauer. I'm Ned Case. We have made the trek up 85 North on a Friday in Atlanta traffic. Dunn, we made it. Hebron Christian, the Lions, they come in 0-1. Holy Innocents come into the game 1-0. Big win for Holy Innocents last week, taking down Mount Pisgah.
I tell you what, it was a lot easier walking the hallways with a 1-0 football team this week than it was a year ago with an 0-1 team that had just lost by 14. The air is light, kids are fired up, and they were fired up last year. So with this big win, they're ready to go. 2
touchdowns each last week from Hunter Hawk and Jack Felton, both the Hawks on the ground. Felton had 1 on the ground and 1 through the air. Now looking at Hebron Christian there, coming into today's game 0-1, but they lost a close one to Clinch County, the defending single-A state champions. Last year 6-5, made it to the first round of the playoffs, but they're really looking to make a leap this season.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. And, you got to play every Friday night. And last week's over, as good as it was, as fun as it was to talk about, but they got another challenge tonight against a team that can run the ball right down your throat if you're not ready. But our defense stepped up last week.
Yep.
We sure did. The first series by Mount Pisgah was a 3-and-out. Then we got the block punt. We can give Hall O'Neill his love.
Absolutely.
We didn't get to give him last week because we couldn't spot his number. And our defense did some good things. So should be a quick game with both teams running the football.
Absolutely. 48 rush yards given up for that Golden Bears defense last week. They were stout. We see Jack Felton out here. He's got the sledgehammer last week. And here comes Hebron Christian there taking the field. And we take a second to look at the coach close-ups. First off, looking at Holy Innocents head coach Todd Winter. Coach Winter, second year here at Holy Innocents, led them to their first opening game win since 2013. Also, first win over a ranked opponent since 2013. Tons of experience for Coach Winter, and he's just brought a different attitude to this football program.
He sure did, and the players bought in immediately. And I heard a quick story today. Last year, after the last game, he had at the huddle, he said, "I'll see y'all in the weight room Monday at 7:30." The kids started laughing. They were in the weight room Monday at 7:30.
And it's paid off through 1 week, absolutely. And Hebron Christian is led by second-year head coach Jeff Saturday. Jeff Saturday, that name may sound familiar to football fans. He was the center for the Indianapolis Colts. Pro Bowler, was there with Peyton Manning. Worked a little bit with ESPN, but now he's back to his roots on the sideline. And he's got a son, Jeffrey, who's out there making plays, and he's really done a lot with this program.
Yeah, and this is, on the side, this is a very nice facility. Mm-hmm. It was hard to get here, as you said, about 85 North. It's the hardest thing I've done in a month. But this is a beautiful facility, and it's going to be about 70 degrees when the sun goes down. So we're getting a hint of football weather, even though it's only August.
We got field level down here this week for the broadcast. We shouldn't be any hitches, but if we're late getting a number call, we'll apologize. Hopefully we get everyone the credit they deserve. Like we mentioned, Hall O'Neill, a little late, but we got him.
Well, he's such a quiet kid. He wasn't even going to tell me. I had to approach him. So that's the kind of kid he is.
So the Bears will receive the opening kickoff. Coach Winter was pretty happy with special teams play last week. He said punt coverage needs to improve a little bit, but otherwise kickoff, kick return, punt return, he was happy with all that. It was a quick start for the Bears last week. 2 touchdowns in the first 3 plays, 14 points in the first 4 minutes.
Yeah, our first drive was 2 plays. Hunter Hawk down the middle.
48 yards.
48 yards.
Looking to start that again.
We're going to be calling that name a lot on both sides of the ball, as we did last Friday.
Absolutely. Him and Jack Felton, both sides of the ball, are making plays. The ball's going to be teed up here for Hebron Christian. Number 32, Aiden Meek. The senior made a field goal last week. Again, 24-17 loss. Hebron Christian played Clinch County close. A late turnover in the red zone ultimately was the difference. Neon out on the far side for the student section for Hebron. The Holy Innocents crowd filling in. Saw tons of bumper stickers coming up 85 North. Kickoff is going to be fielded and taking up the near side, coming with it. And it looks like that's Will Vincilette, number 7, getting tripped up. It just crosses the 20-yard line, gets to about the 22. Almost a little bit of a collision there between him and Harrison Padgett.
We usually call Will Vincilette for making a good block.
Mm-hmm.
He's good that way. But he can run the ball, too. He's one of those mini A-backs we have that Coach Winter works in and out of the lineup.
So here comes the offense led by junior quarterback Matt Davis. Davis last week had a passing touchdown and led the offense effectively. No turnovers last week, couple bobbled snaps, but
I'm not going to comment on that this week. I always jinx him, but anyway, he did do a good job as he usually does.
Coming in motion is Felton. They pitch it out to Felton. He's got some room on the far side and tripped up. Nice play there on the corner by Hebron Christian. I think that was number 5, Justin Peavy, coming up for the stop.
Got a hurt player, opening play.
Looked like it was the tackler there. Don't see a number yet. So that play was a loss of 2. Being close to the field will give us some issues with some depth perception sometime.
Yeah. Well, I had a good conversation with Richard Johnson today. You know, he's one of those offensive linemen, you don't call his name much. And I asked him about that, and he goes, you know, it just amplifies that this is a team game. When Hunter Hawk scored that touchdown, that's on us. That's on the coach. That's on the quarterback. And it just lets me know it's a team game, and that's just the way it is. 'Cause, you know, we don't talk about the linemen as much as we should probably, but every single play banging around. He's a great kid, also a good tennis player.
Yep.
You don't see a lot of offensive linemen that play tennis, but Richard Johnston is that kid.
And he's one of the captains for this team, along with Graham Collins, Hunter Hawk, and Michael Cox.
We're hoping Michael Cox is a week more healthy. He was a little banged up last week, but he's a gamer.
And looks like that was number 5 on the far side, Justin Peavy, but he's up, getting helped off the field. While we got a second, we'll take a look at our keys to the game, presented by Ed Voiles. Of course, win the turnover battle, got to maximize field position, tackle, and this week, Coach Winter added being ready for that blitz that Hebron Christian defense is going to run.
Yeah, they're pretty quick. And then also he mentioned smoothing out those penalties. We did have, I think, 12 for, 106 yards. Of course, a lot of that's opening game jitters. You know, you're a little too fired up. You jump off the ball too quick.
So Harrison Paget splits out wide. Him and Will Vinchelette communicate the call. Davis takes a snap. It's Alexander in motion, but we're going to have a false start as a flag comes in and stops the play.
Speaking of penalties.
So there's the first of the game, and that one is going to frustrate the staff early in the game. So that brings up 2nd and 17 now. Tolians is going the wrong way so far on this opening drive. So Davis back under center, Vinchelette and Taquan Alexander, ours A-backs. It's Michael Cox directly behind him. It's going to be a toss to Alexander. He's trying to get to the edge, has a little bit of an alley, dragged down from behind. Picked up a few close to the original line of scrimmage. Tackled there by number 11, Michael Moyers, for the Hebron Lions.
Taquan's one of those you need to get him space. We saw it last week. He busted through for 45, 44 yards.
So 3rd and long here. Early decision for Coach Winter. See if he throws the football. Splitting out wide at wide receiver is number 10, Ronnie Williams. Didn't have a catch last week, but did a nice job blocking on the edge. Davis under center. Felton in motion to give up the middle. Looked like Hunter Hawk picked up a few, but it's going to be a 4th and 10 here, punt situation. Excuse me, that was Cox on the carry. Michael Cox picked up just a yard there. That Hebron defense standing strong here to open the game. A little slower start than last week.
Marshall Nichols did a good job last week. He punted it twice for 41 yards average, I think. My stats, as usual, are unofficial, but I'm usually pretty close. And he's only a sophomore.
Yep. And that's what Coach Winter said. He almost outkicked his coverage a couple times, but they do need to do a better job of getting downfield and protecting. That's a low punt. Takes a nice bounce. Fielded at the 46-yard line. Looking for some room, a little bit of shake. Not much going. That was Logan Johnson on the return. He gets the ball out to the 48-yard line. That's where Hebron Christian will take over.
Yeah. We'll get our first look at the Lion offense.
I believe Colton Gaither will be the quarterback.
All good.
So 1st and 10, ball on the 48-yard line. Shotgun here for the Lions to start. Handoff up the middle. It's Moyers, and he's taken down. Looked like Hunter Hawk on the tackle there. Not much gain, maybe half a yard.
They set a good tempo last week on, like you said, they held Pisgah to 49 yards rushing. So they were really solid against the run last week.
Excuse me, that was Graham Collins on the tackle there. 27, not 22.
Graham is one of our captains.
So 2 receivers split out to the near side, 2 on the far side. Shotgun again. Here's the throw. It's a bubble route out wide going up the sideline. Close to the first down yardage. That was caught by Logan Johnson. So that'll be a 3rd and about 3, we'll call it. So big 3rd down here, ball around midfield. So it could be 2-down territory depending on the situation here.
Well, we know our coach is not afraid to go for it on 4th down. Maybe we'll see about theirs. Coach Winter with that great 4th and 4 fake punt last week.
Yep.
And I think Bo Maxwell was the one that carried it.
So here it is, trips to the near side, and it looked like false start.
There you go.
Hebron was trying to draw the Holy Innocents defense off, but got one of their own guys. So now it brings up a 3rd and 8. It's nice discipline there shown by the Holy Innocents defense. So Michael Moyers in the backfield, the running back. Sophomore quarterback Colton Gaither, transferred over from Loganville High School. You'll hear Coach Saturday's son, Jeffrey Saturday's name. A lot of weapons here for the Lions, so we'll see how this Holy Innocents defense can contain them. Splitting out wide to the near side is Saturday, number 6, Hunter Borges. And dropping back to pass over the middle, and incomplete, intended for Logan Johnson, but off his hands, so it'll bring up a 4th and 8. And it looks like it'll be a punting situation. And the punt team does come on. The offense looked like they wanted to stay on for one more shot at it. Now Harrison Paget drops back deep to return. Ball right at the 50. So we'll see if Hebron can pin Holy Innocents deep. Nice high spiraling punt. Fielded by Paget. Makes one man miss. Coming up the middle. Has a little bit of room. Moyer's going to drag him down. But a solid return there by Harrison Paget. That's a punt that could go, if that's not fielded, could go down inside the 10-yard line.
I was about to comment on his athleticism, but he just showed it to us actually with that quick cut. And like I said last week, he's also a really good baseball player. So he's a
Paget, 5'11", 160-pound senior. Showing a little bit of a shake there. So a pair of 3-and-outs for the offenses. Penalties hurting both teams on that opening drive. Holy Innocents will get another shot. They got the ball spotted on the 23-yard line. Hunter Hawk, the B-back. Felton in motion. It's Hunter Hawk with it. Almost spun off the first tackle, but nice play there at the line of scrimmage. That tackle was made by number 20, Michael Hilliard. So gain of maybe a yard. 2nd and 10, we'll call it again. Paget splits out wide. Vincilette and Felton, the A-backs. 4-4 defense out of the Hebron Christian Lions. So they're going to be stacking that box, see if it opens up any pass. Here comes Davis on the outside. He's going to keep it. Has a little bit of room. He's going to have a first down. Ball's on the ground. I thought he was down. No bags came out, and now they're going to say it was a fumble. That's a tough call for Holy Innocents. Looked like he was down. Coach Winter not thrilled about the ball protection. We'll see here on the replay. If we can see for sure, Davis had a little bit of an alley. And that's close. I thought he was down, flipped over, elbow hit the ground, ball popped out, but not how the officials saw it. So it'll be a turnover there. First one of the season for the Golden Bears. Nice field position here for Hebron, starting at the 36-yard line. Hand off up the middle, looking for some room, carve some out. Carry there was by number 27, Jaden Stowers. Stowers.
I think that was Felton on the tackle, I believe.
Jack Felton coming up from his defensive back position. Holding us at switching to a 4-2-5 defense this year. A little more bulk on their front four, a little more speed on the backside. Kadar Henry and Tyler Rowe, the corners. There's a handoff again up the middle, looking for a little bit of room. Taken down, close to the first down mark. That was Stowers again on the carry. And it'll bring up third and very short. About a half yard to go here. Bringing in a little more size on the defensive front. Sam Aiken and Landon Simpson come in.
Sam Aiken is one of our three-sport athletes.
And now the officials are having a conversation. So looks like the head official is going to have a conversation with Coach Saturday on the far side. Coach Saturday, you can tell he's a former football player. He really stands out on that far side amongst
I was about to make that comment. I don't know what he looks like, but I now do. Just by looking at all those coaches, you can pick him out pretty easily.
And I didn't notice any change there. So we'll go back third and short here. Shotgun again. It's Stowers in the backfield. Three receivers to the right side. Handoff. Stowers jumped up. Hunter Hawk coming through. Ball's on the ground.
Yes, it is. Bears, I think.
And it is.
Good hit. I couldn't see who made first contact, but
Hunter Hawk was the first one to get him. I think we're trying to spin out the pursuit of the defense, knocked the ball loose, and 77 jumped on it.
Hold on, let me see what I got. I have it says Charlie Hawk Jr. Chalk. Yeah, I know him.
Pitch out wide to Felton on the outside. Felton's got a little bit of room, picks up a nice block. Huge block on the outside, Ronnie Williams. See if you can see on this replay here, Felton had some room on the edge. You can see Hebron pursuing, and Ronnie Williams going to come up, get a big block there on the edge, driving his man into the ground. A little pancake block there for Williams. So Harrison Padgett splits out wide at the top of the screen. Graham Collins, the tight end, at the bottom. Felton and Vincilette. And they got Hebron to jump.
There they go. Second time. Good discipline by our offensive line again.
So 5 free yards there, brings up 1st and 5 here. So a 3 and out for each team on their first possession, then a fumble for each team on their second possession, and nothing really. It's almost like Whole Answer's just kind of moving the ball on their first drive here, 7 minutes in.
Yeah.
The clock winds as we go under 5 minutes here in our opening quarter. Sun finally settling down. Matt Davis checking with Coach Winter. Vincilette in motion. It's a handoff up the middle to Cox. Cox driving forward. Finally stopped his momentum. Picked up about 3 yards there, bringing up a 2nd and 2. Holy Innocents last week, I think, had 2 delay of games, a little bit late getting their calls from the sideline to the quarterback. Looked like that one was much quicker after they got their dummy count in.
Yep.
And again, we talked about those penalties. That's some first week stuff. Live action.
Yeah, that's right.
Sometimes that 25 seconds goes a lot faster than you think. So again, it's tight end Collins here at the bottom. Padgett split out wide at the top. Vincilette in motion. It's a pump fake. Collins wide open, middle of the field. It's caught. He could go. Touchdown. Golden Bears, 49 yards. The tight end seam.
Graham Collins.
Graham Collins, the captain, and a second passing touchdown of the season for Matt Davis.
You know, that was a very simple pattern. He just outran everybody. The corner of the defense, they just didn't go with him. And it was just a matter of getting it to him, and Graham never broke stride after that.
And that's what happens when you establish that run game, get everybody squeaking up a little bit.
Blake Dobbs will be our kicker again.
Dobbs' extra point is up and through.
We were talking about Graham a while ago. There you go, good play.
So it was 2 touchdowns in the first 4 minutes last week. Now we get our first touchdown of the game with 4 minutes left in our opening quarter.
That reminds me of last week's Davis to Jack Felton pass, in that Graham was so open, it's almost an easy pass to drop because the nearest cornerback was about 4 yards behind him, and he's so open, it's almost hard to do that. But anyway, good pass. Davis did a good job of putting it right in his shoulder pads.
And you see on the replay, untouched into the end zone, showing off that speed once he got in the open field. Big strides for the big tight end. And Coach Winter in our call this week talked about that tight end delay killed them last week when Pisgah was running it. And a little bit of that tight end delay there. Collins kind of showing a stalk block and then getting down the seam. A nice ball handling by Davis, taking that down.
I'm going to let you say that, not me, because of what happened last week. But I agree with you.
Yeah. So Blake Dobbs has this one teed up. I believe he put all but one in the end zone last week. And Dobbs puts his foot into that one.
Wow.
And into the end zone. Powerful kick there from the junior Blake Dobbs.
And I think the one that didn't go in the end zone, the guy had to tightrope the goal line to bring it back. So he missed by 4 inches.
And Holy Innocents covered pretty well the one that didn't go in.
Right, yeah, they did.
So here we go. Back with the Hebron offense. They've been spreading it out. A lot of shotgun, 2-3 receivers to each side. Quarterback Colton Gaither. He's going to hand it off. Not a lot of room. Bouncing off. Looking for room. Nowhere to go for Logan Johnson. Johnson, 5'6", sophomore. He kind of hides behind those linemen, but nice job there by the Holy Innocents defense.
Yeah, 2 or 3 of them. It's always good when it's hard to pick out the one tackler when there's 3 or 4 of them there.
It's like Richard Johnson might have been one of the first in there. So clock winds, 3.5 to go here. 2nd and 11, loss of 1 on that play. 2 receivers to the bottom of the screen. Thrown, it's a bubble route. They're trying to get it to Johnson. Johnson shakes and pushed out of bounds by Padgett near the first down marker. And it will be a first down. A little short bubble route there. See on the replay.
Got a good block out there.
Nice block on the outside. Holy Innocents playing off coverage there by about 8-9 yards. Made that an easy pitch and catch. So now 2 receivers to each side. It's Stower in the backfield. And it's going to be a handoff to Stower. He's looking for room, nowhere to go. Hunter Hawk in there on the tackle, as well as 66 Tyler White looked like he was in there as well. You know, I'm referring to the roster a lot more this year than last year because there's a lot more guys going in and out, a lot more depth on this year's team.
Next man up. We mentioned that last week. Next man up.
So 2 receivers and a tight end at the top of the screen. And it's going to be a pitch out to Johnson. Logan Johnson, nowhere to go. Hunter Hawk stuffed him on the edge right away. Loss of a couple there. the junior, Hunter Hawk, making plays. Coming here off the edge, you'll see it. Got a great view here at field level. Just coming up, beautiful form tackle before Johnson even caught that pitch. He was getting hit. So 3rd and 11 here. Likely a passing situation. We'll see if Gaither goes to the air. Hawk communicating with the sideline. Now the defense is set. Gaither drops back 3 steps, wants to throw a fade route. Has his man caught. Johnson going down the far sideline and steps out of bounds. Logan Johnson showing his speed. Gaither dropping the ball right in the basket. Just a nice pitch and catch there. Solid coverage, better throw.
Yeah, he found the seam.
Mm-hmm.
And again, a pretty simple route. Just kind of, what do they call it, a post?
Yeah, it's kind of, it looked like almost just 2 go routes there.
Yeah. Kind of like in the playground huddle when they say go long.
Yep, absolutely. And a great pass dropped in there by the quarterback. So now Holy Innocents defense gets into their bend but don't break mode. So get into that red zone, hold them to 3. See if you can't force a turnover here. Gaither in the gun, drops back. He wants to throw to the end zone.
Uh-oh.
Henry in coverage. Nice coverage there. Pass was intended for Will Warbington.
I was glad to not see a flag there.
Mm-hmm.
We got flagged for pass interference once last week. It was kind of one of those 50-50 calls that didn't go our way.
And coverage there by Kadar Henry. Coach Winter said this week, Kadar Henry's getting better at that cornerback position, playing it. You know, didn't play it last year, but getting into it. He's got the speed for it, that's for sure.
He's got the speed for it, sure does.
So now 3 receivers at the top of the screen. It's Borges Saturday and the speedster Logan Johnson. Stower in the backfield. It's going to be a throw. They want to come to the near side.
Flag.
Nice pitch and catch. There's going to be a flag. I don't know who that interference is going to go on. It might have been Henry. Looked like a little bit of a slant and go there. Caught Henry trying to jump the route. But they both got tied up, that's for sure. And
looks like it's coming
indication is that it's going to be offensive interference. And we'll see the official here. So Kadar Henry with nice coverage there. They're trying to throw it up to their tall guy, the 6'2 Warbington. They've gone to him in the end zone the last 2 times, or on the last 2 plays.
Looks like we got a little deja vu from last week. Pisgah came out, couldn't run the ball. They immediately went to the pass. It looks like Pisgah in this drive, Hebron in this drive is pass, pass, pass. So it's our cornerbacks will be tested again, but they stepped up last week. So
it looked like that call was a face mask on Hebron Christian, so maybe one of the linemen trying to pass block got up in the face mask of one of the pass rushers for Holy Innocents, but it'll bring up a 2nd and long here for Hebron. Again, they're spread out wide, checking the sideline. Under a minute to go in our opening quarter here. 7-0 lead for Holy Innocents. Gaither over the middle. Harrison Padgett jumps.
There's a flag.
And that's going to be the flag. He got there just a step early.
And our fans don't particularly agree, but
that's one. If he's there 2 steps early, he has a pick. If he's there a step late, he's got a hit. And if he's there right where he was, just a little early.
Okay, now we're going to.
So look, there were 2 flags on that one. He might have said face mask and interference on Holy Innocents. They'll only accept one of them. Both are 15 yards. So we'll be right back where we were 2 plays ago. 2nd and 13 here for the Lions. Here at home in the opening quarter. Looking for their first win of the season, coming off a close loss to Clinch County. And looking at the sideline, Coach Saturday looks like he wants them to huddle back up. The officials still trying to figure everything out.
Oh, wow.
So it looks like they're going to assess both on that. So that'll be 30 yards for Hebron Christian on that one. And penalties again hurting the Bears here early in this game. Still not a first down, though. So I think we've run one play on this set of downs, and we've gone 2nd and 25, and now we're 2nd and 1. So that must have been 2nd and 31 a second ago. So we're all set again. Ball spotted on the 12-yard line. Get a first down inside the 11. Hand off to Stower, nowhere to go. He's met in the backfield. Once again, looked like Hunter Hawk. First on contact there, Sam Aiken in as well. And we got a player down for Hebron. We call Hunter Hawk's name. You know, we had a chance, like I said, talk to Coach Winter this week, our producer Marcus Burnett. You know, he mentioned he felt like Hunter Hawk really brought, you know, something different to this team. He couldn't play last year. And one thing Coach Winter said about Hunter Hawk was just his attitude in the weight room and how that became contagious, the way he attacked the weight room every single day in the offseason.
He just strikes me as a kid that just loves to play football. Mm-hmm. I mean, I see him like on a Wednesday, and I say 2 days. He just smiles. I mentioned football, and he lights up like a Christmas tree. It's like he just loves being out there on the football field, and obviously he's pretty good at it. And he's, strong kid. He's already shown defensively tonight. Just the way he hits. So yeah, he's a good one.
Yeah, Coach Winter used the words he inspired others in the weight room. He said Hunter had some records, and once he inspired the others, they were short-lived because there's some big, strong guys on this football team.
And that's the good about a young team because it's contagious.
Mm-hmm.
So last year, sometimes their youth, the mistakes were contagious, but now they're a year bigger, a year stronger, better start. So now it's going our way.
Yep, absolutely. So looks like they helped up the injured line. I didn't catch a number there. But we'll be back at this 2nd and 1 play that seems to be taking forever. The clock is winding, so we'll see if this play even gets snapped. I think there were 22 on the clock, so they don't have to run a play. But we'll see if they do. We're under 10 seconds here. And miscommunication. I don't think they're going to get the play off. And they won't. Clock's hit 0, and that'll take us to our first break of the game. First quarter in the books. Holy Innocents 7, Hebron Christian 0. We'll be back on SUV TV's coverage of Holy Innocents football right after this. And we're back here for second quarter action here at Hebron Christian School in Decula, Georgia. I'm Ned Case alongside Dunn Neugebauer. Thanks for tuning in to Holy Innocents football presented by SUV TV. It's a 2nd and 1 here. We had an adventurous last minute of that quarter with a lot of penalties. But we'll see what Hebron comes out, and Stower in the backfield. It's a play action looking for somebody. Gaither looking for room, throws it up. I think that should be grounding. I don't think he was out of that tackle box, and there certainly wasn't a receiver in the area. We're waiting for it. I don't know if it's going to come out. They may say there was somebody over there.
I don't know who. I'm still looking for somebody.
But great job there by the coverage for Holy Innocents,
Yeah.
taking away that first route and the defensive line getting in the face.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like they did call grounding there because it's now 3rd and 5. So it was a spot foul there. I didn't see the flag come out, but it may have. So 4th and 4 now. The sticks went from 2nd to 4th down, but here we are, and I think that's what the officials stopped play for. I think it's 3rd down.
I do too. Well, hold on. I should have a.
Because it was 2nd and 1 after all those penalties, and we got the stop there. Well, they call a false start. It's going to stay 4th down. It was just a false start there. So now it's 4th and 9. Ball on the 20-yard line. So they're going to bring on the field goal kicker, Aiden Meek, a senior. Mentioned he had made a field goal last week to give Hebron their brief lead. So Gaither the holder. Ball's down. Kick is up. Is it going to have the leg? I don't think so. It did. It did make it through. And that was a 37-yard field goal. So Bimba don't break defense there for the Golden Bears. 7-3.
That was set up by that pass to our 21 before all the penalties went back and forth and back and forth. That was so long ago now, it's hard to remember, but that was the play that set that up.
And then we had a face mask on Hebron, and we had a face mask and interference on Holy Innocents. And we had a grounding on Hebron, and then we had a false start on Hebron, and it ultimately led to 3 points.
It ended up back where they started from after all that.
Yep.
And now it's 7-3.
So nice stand there for the Holy Innocents defense. Again, the run defense has been stout early. I don't think there's been more than a 4 or 5 yard run, but having a little success passing the ball is Hebron. 10:52 to go here in our second quarter. Meek has the ball teed up. And now Holy Innocents rolls forward a little bit. They might be looking for a pooch kick here. Meek's lined up for it as Rowe and Paget roll up here to the near side. Meek does kick it. Paget fair catch, back pedals and fields it at the 23-yard line. So Holy Innocents well prepared for that little bit of trickery. So that's where the drive will start, 23-yard line. First touchdown came on a pass from Davis to Graham Collins. 49 yards, middle of the field. It was their first pass of the game. So Vincilette and Felton, the A-backs. Hunter Hawk 3 yards behind Davis. Vincilette trying to get Hebron to jump. They don't. He resets. Handoff to Hawk up the middle. Gain of just a few on that one. So he got just back to line of scrimmage, so 2nd and 10 here.
Looks like our speed is going to have to come into play here.
See if they can get to the edge. Again, a 4-4 defense out of Hebron Christian, so they're going to have 8 guys in that box all night long. And keeping it now, pitching out wide to Felton. Felton looking for some room, has some room, and dragged down on the far side. That was Trey Staley on the tackle, and Dunn called it. Outside has some success. First down. Felton picked up about 13 on that one. And now Taquan Alexander checks in. Felton's going to get a well-deserved rest. Rodney Williams come in at receiver.
I like to wrongly talk about speed because then I can talk about track coach taking credit for it. We have
There you go.
We have the speed, but I don't get the credit for it. But at least it sounds good. Here we go.
And off. Cox up the middle, bounces outside, and tripped up from behind. Pickup of about 7 yards there. Looked like 28, Jack Ime tripped him up there. So 2nd and 4, this is where Coach Winter likes to do some different stuff on these 2nd and short situations. We saw it with the pass earlier in the game. See what he comes up here with on 2nd and 4. Cox stays in at B-back. And they're going to give it to Cox. And he's going to pick up about 2, bringing up 3rd and very short.
I admire Michael Cox. That man's a workhorse. There's no finesse in his world.
Yep.
He gets the ball, he goes forward. If you're there, he tries to run over you. The only way he goes sideways is if he's knocked there, and then he again tries to go forward. He's a north-south guy.
We talk about this year, him and Hunter Hawk splitting those carries. Last year, over 1,200 yards for Cox, 13 touchdowns.
In only 9 games.
That's right.
He missed the last game.
Pitch to the outside. Alexander trying to get some room. Great block by Williams. A flag comes in. I don't know. They may get him for a hold there, but I thought it was another nice block by the junior wide receiver. Nice pitch there.
It is holding.
Looks like they may have just had his hands a little bit on the outside there. Well, the hold happened downfield, so it's a spot foul, so we'll see how far downfield the hold occurred. Looks like it occurred past the first down. So now it'll be 3rd and about 9, so it goes from a 2nd and 4 to a 3rd and 9 on a penalty. Again, driving this offense back.
Here we go.
Harrison Paget splits out 2 receiver on the near side. Graham Collins at tight end on the top of the screen. Davis takes snap underneath. Alexander, he's got the edge. He's going to have a first down. Looking for more. Cuts upfield, and a late flag comes in.
Crap.
And then it may be another hold. Downfield blocking. And Coach Winter not happy with his receivers on the outside right now. So Alexander crossed midfield. But that hole's going to be in almost the exact same spot as the last one, so we're going to 3rd and 9 again, most likely.
Yeah, you're right. Same spot. Taekwon's wondering what he's got to do. He's had 2 great runs and finished it by moving forward both times. And he gets credit for no carry.
Yeah. Coach Winter, you got to wonder how many 3rd and 9 plays he's got. Showed that one, so we'll see if they go to the air here. Or maybe see if Michael Cox can bruise his way forward. Michelet in motion, fake the pitch. Davis rolling out to his right. Looking for somebody, throws it.
He's there, he's
there. He's got Collins!
Oh.
And a step outside of Collins' reach, and it'll bring a punt situation, but a nice protection there. Good ball thrown by Matt Davis.
Yeah, good ball fake at the line of scrimmage, too. I think he faked it to Cox or Hawk, whichever one was in. Just a little more air under it.
And again, Collins behind the defense there. Nice throw on the run. Impressive arm strength there by the junior.
Yeah,
So now the speedster Logan Johnson going back to return the punt from Marshall Nichols. Nichols listed as a quarterback, middle linebacker, and punter.
There you go.
He'll put his right foot into it. No, high spiral kick, drives Johnson back. He fields it at the 25-yard line, dancing around, looking for room, and he's going to be taken down near the 30-yard line. Nice punt coverage there by Holy Innocents, dragging down the quick sophomore. 7:41 to go here in our second quarter. Holy Innocents lead 7-3 on a touchdown pass from Matt Davis to Graham Collins.
That was good coverage right there by the punt team. That's a guy you don't want to give space.
Yeah.
And there was a good punt by Nichols to start with, but they corralled him pretty good and left him nowhere to go.
Johnson was a little bit slow getting up on that play, but walked off the field under his own power. Looks like he may be getting checked on by the medical staff. But the Lions seem to have plenty of weapons. They'll throw the football around anywhere. Colton Gaither, sophomore quarterback, looks like he stands about 6'2". So trips here to the near side. No receiver on the far side. Gaither in the gun. He's going to throw it out wide. Quick throw. He's got Jeffrey Saturday, and that's going to be a first down. Pick up a 12 there. And a little action on the far side there, and a flag's going to come out, and that's going to go against Hebron Christian. Like on the far side there, Alex Pawson. Something late on Paget. So yeah, it's going to be dead ball, personal foul. So that'll take away that 12-yard gain and bring up 1st and 25, unless they'll say it's after the play. So now we'll just have to see. Looks like they're going to say the foul occurred after the play, so it'll be a first down. And then they'll mark it back 15 from that spot. So if my math's correct, a net of -3 on that play for Hebron.
I'll leave the math up to you. There we go.
So now they mark off the 15. Jog off the 15. Nice hustle there out of the officiating crew. So I would think it's going to be second down.
Yeah, you got second and
so second and about 12 or 13. So
and now the change say fourth. So
looks like they had the spot wrong. Now we got all kinds of confusion on the chain gang. So it's first down.
Okay.
So 1st and 10. We'll just pretend that last play didn't happen.
Yeah, that's about right.
So 2 receivers to each side here for Gaither. Got Sowers in the backfield with him. Stower. Gaither looking to his left, throws the deep ball. He's got a man caught down the sideline. He's going to be untouched. That's Will Warbington. 87 yards to the house. And Gaither showing off his arm.
Was he at the 13-yard line?
Yep. 87 yards. And showing some of that speed. Paget just got a little bit turned around. I think he turned over the wrong shoulder, and that cost him a couple steps, and Warbington certainly has some speed. So Meek on for the extra point. Make it a 3-point lead for the Lions. And it's a low kick, but it got through. It was tipped at the line, but it went through. So 10-7, Hebron Christian leads here with 7:11 to go for the half. You know, this game, it hasn't had a lot of flow. There's just a lot of penalties.
No, that's right.
Neither team seems really kind of getting a rhythm.
Yeah, it's just started at the end of the first quarter, and that's continued.
For a chance here for Holy Innocents. I mean, we saw it, last week in that third quarter drive. They can get on their roll, chew up 5, 6, 7 minutes. Get back in a rhythm here. If they can stop the penalties, they're moving the ball fine.
Our offense even showed last year that we can run out some clock. Last week, Pisgah in the third quarter had 1 possession.
Yep.
And then we ran it out and scored on the first play of the fourth quarter. But Pisgah ran 3 plays and punted in the third quarter. And then we ran out the final 9 minutes or whatever was left on the clock.
And, I'd say from game one from last year, the difference was finishing those drives. How many times last year we get inside the 5 or the 10 and just couldn't quite punch it in?
Yeah, we had some 8 and 9 minute drives last year that we had nothing to show for. And this year we're
six touchdowns in the opening game.
Yeah.
So it looks like Hebron's going to go with this pooch kick again. Paget rolls up. He fair caught the last one. Looks like he's going to field and return this one. Fields it at the 15-yard line. Coming up, Paget showing some speed, has a lane, and knocked down around the 30-yard line. About a 15-yard return there for Harrison Paget. Nice little adjustment there by Holy Innocents on that pooch kick. So 1st and 10. Ball spotted about the 31-yard line. Ronnie Williams, the receiver, goes to the far side. He's split outside the hashes. Felton and Vincillette, the A-backs. It's going to be a give up the middle to Cox. Trying to bruise forward, not a lot of room to go. And he maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. Micah Harden, the senior, in there on the tackle for the Lions.
Maybe a couple quick passes. We got to loosen up that defense of theirs because they're pretty tough against the run up the middle. But
sometimes all it takes is that one missed assignment.
Yeah, that's right.
Cox or Hawk can show their speed in the open field, especially the big man back there now. It's Cox, and I think we're going to have, offsides on Hebron. So I don't know if he jumped or was lined up offsides, but Holy Innocents will take that 5 free yards to bring up 2nd and 5. There we see Michael Cox, the big junior. Over 1,000 yards rushing last season, 13 touchdowns. And not to mention 30 some odd tackles on defense. Clock winds, we approach the halfway mark of the quarter. Davis communicates with everybody. Felton in motion. They pitch it out to Felton. He handles the pitch, looking for some room on the sideline. And not a lot of room, maybe back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Looked like Williams was a little bit hesitant blocking on the outside, trying not to be called for a hold there. So 3rd and 5. Big play here for this Holy Innocents offense. Get a first down here, hopefully get that momentum going. Need that first down of the drive. Hunter Hawk spells Michael Cox at the B-back. The speedster Alexander checks in for Felton. Vincillette in motion. They looks like gave it underneath to Alexander. Timing was a little bit off. Quickly in the backfield was the junior Jack Ime, and that's going to bring up a punting situation for the Golden Bears. Just nothing doing. Nice penetration there by the defensive line of Hebron Christian. And Alexander's tripped up for about a 3-yard loss there. Coach Winter talking with Davis, trying to figure out where the miscommunication was. Coach Winter, a man of many facial expressions on the sideline.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
And blocked punt there. It's Moyer coming off the edge. And it's going to be picked up and into the end zone. Number 6, that's Hunter Borges. And that's a momentum killer for Holy Innocents. 4:27 to go here in our second quarter. Moyer just untouched off the edge.
You can see
showing
that
some
coming.
speed.
Yeah.
6-foot frame, took it right off the foot.
You could see it coming. Like you said, he found a seam somewhere. And Marshall Nichols really didn't have a chance. I mean, he got a good snap.
Yep.
It's not like he delayed. It's just he had a man in front of his face by the time the ball dropped out of his hands.
And it was Hunter Borges picking that one up and carrying it into the end zone. And the extra point is up and through, so quickly Hebron Christian flips the score, and they now lead by double digits, 17-7, with 4.5 to go.
Need to answer here.
Yep.
Need to answer. Need to rest the defense, keep the ball, do one of those drives we're talking about, get some points out of it. No panic, all good. We got a resilient defense, got a good offense.
And Moyers, who blocked that punt, he's a player. He had 131 tackles last season for this Lions defense, led the team. In 11 games, that's 10-plus tackles every game. Hebron Lions team went to the first round of the playoffs last year. Lost to Savannah Christian, 22-15. Good out-of-region test for both these teams. So Aiden Meek has this one teed up. He's going to take a deep approach at it, so likely kick this one deep. Kadar Henry and Harrison Paget standing at their own 10-yard line, ready to receive. Meek puts his foot into it. Paget's going to field right around the 10-yard line. Coming up the right side, looking for a little bit of room. Spinning around, stays on his feet, but eventually taken down across the 25-yard line. That's where the Golden Bears will start this drive with 4:19 to go. They do have their full complement of timeouts. And the clock stops on first down, so you can really stretch out this 4 minutes.
Be good to do because Hebron will get the ball to start the third quarter, so it would be good to put some points up, switch the momentum.
Cox, Felton, and Vinchelette in the backfield. Ronnie Williams and the tight end, Graham Collins.
Lions call a timeout.
So timeout called by Hebron Christian. We'll take a quick timeout with them here on SUV TV's coverage of Holy Innocents Golden Bears football. We're back here on SUV TV's coverage of Holy Innocents Golden Bears football. Timeout called there by Hebron Christian before Holy Innocents could start their drive. 4:19 to go before our half. So Vinchelette, Felton, and Cox still in the backfield. Tight end Collins on the far side along with the wide receiver. They give it up. No, it's going to be on the outside. Davis, he's got a blocker in front of him. Davis trying to get to the sideline, has first down market. Nice block there at the end, Jack Felton. You can just tell Jack Felton loves the competitiveness of this game. He's making plays and plays with a lot of energy out there, a lot of emotion. First down run there by Davis. See on the replay here. Guess who blocking on the outside? Number 7, Will Vinchelette.
Looks like he's a little shaken up, unfortunately, Will Vinchelette.
So I believe Alexander will check in. No, excuse me, Kadar Henry will come in for the first time at A-back tonight. Harrison Paget now is run to the other side of the field. Little miscommunication there, getting lined up. See if Holy Innocents can get this snap off. Davis under center does get it off, handoff. Nope, he keeps it again to the outside. Now pitches out to Felton. Felton dragged down there. Maybe a gain of a yard there. Looked like number 9, Will Warbington, dragged him down there. If he'd gotten just past that outstretched arm, would have been a nice pickup, but he picks up 2 anyways. Clock winds under 4. And now
I think about sending Graham Collins again. I thought we called the timeout.
Looks like Hall O'Neal's going to have to come off the field. He's got some blood on his jersey, maybe.
Okay.
So that means checking into the game will be 55, Blake Dobbs. And they quickly get the Tide to go out and get the blood off the uniform.
Yeah, the clock did run during all that.
Lost about 30 or 40 seconds there on the official timeout. Handoff up the middle, Hawk driving forward. He's going to be about 3 yards short of the first down mark. O'Neal ready to come back in the game. Bo Maxwell will check into the game as well, and now the officials are going to call a timeout. And I think they may have heard the Holy Innocents contingency, let them know the clock was running, see if they put any time back on.
I don't know how they didn't hear him. That happened last week, remember?
Yep.
We scored a touchdown, and the clock ran on the extra point, and ended up costing them because Pisco was driving at the end of the first half.
Yep.
And they would have had 33 more seconds to play with.
So Hall O'Neill back out there. Quick shout out to the Holy Innocents training staff there. Quickly getting the blood off the uniform. Handoff up the middle. Hunter Hawk. He's going to be about 2 yards short, bringing up 4th down. And a decision time here for Coach Winter. He's going to keep the offense on the field, not even a second thought. So Maxwell comes out, and Ronnie Williams will come in to bring the play to Davis. 2 minutes to go here. You get this first down here, now you really start having to use those timeouts and have that clock management. So Graham Collins, the tight end, here on the near side. Felton lines up behind him. Kadar Henry, the other A back. 4th and 2 here. Holy Innocents up the middle, tripped up, an incredibly well-timed blitz by number 11, Michael Moyers, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. That's something Coach Winter talked about this week, seeing those blitzes come in the A and B gaps, and Moyers timed up that one perfectly, as you see here on the replay. Just right at Cox's feet when he took the handoff. And so now with under 2 to go and 2 timeouts, Hebron Christian will have a chance to add to their lead. Holy Innocents hasn't gotten a ton of pressure when Gaither's dropped back to pass, but that ball's been out of his hand pretty quick in their defense. 2 receivers to each side. They're going to throw the bubble out to Logan Johnson. Johnson looking for room, makes one man miss.
That's a
and
flag.
Dragged out of bounds. Flag comes in, maybe a hold or block in the back by the receiver on the far side. Like that was Warbington, who was the lead blocker. And it is going to go against the Lions. So another penalty-filled game here so far. .145 to go here in our opening half. We're here in Decula, Georgia at Hebron Christian Academy. It's only going to be a loss of about 4 because the hold happened downfield. So it'll bring up the old 1st and 13 you're used to seeing. Oh, Gaither in the gun, 2 receivers each side. He looks to his left, throws. And we had a flag in front of us, but it looks like the pass was caught on the far side. Short of the sticks, brings up a 2nd and about 3. It's a pickup of almost 10 on that. Fresh lineman in for Holy Innocents, trying to get some pressure on Gaither. Collins and Hawk, the linebackers. Dropping back, Gaither throws, caught over the middle Saturday, and he's going to get up near the 25-yard line. There's a tight window there, 3 Golden Bears around the ball, but he fit it in there.
Yeah, coverage was pretty good right there. Coverage was pretty good.
It's in our SUV TV replay. That tight window, good timing there between the quarterback and receiver who connected for 2 touchdowns in last week's loss. Thrown to the far side, it's Warbington trying to make a man miss. Does make the first man miss, but he's going to be taken down. Bo Maxwell in there with Hunter Hawk and Kadar Henry. Maxwell a little bit slow to get up, but he looks to be fine.
Big defensive stand right here.
Under a minute to go here, clock's winding. Hebron Christian has 2 timeouts. Ball spotted at the 11-yard line. They can get a first down inside the 1. Looking to his left. It's going to be a fade route. Maxwell in coverage. Good coverage there. Flag thrown at the line of scrimmage. We'll see. Could be maybe a high-low block there. Although it looks like they pointed towards Holy Innocents. Looked to be good coverage there by Maxwell on the outside. They threw the fade route intended for Warbington, I believe.
Hebron is retreating.
And it's going to be a roughing the passer on Holy Innocents.
Oh, wow. Okay, never
So
mind.
half the distance to the goal. I didn't see there was a big pile around the quarterback's feet, but.
And the guy that threw it was in the secondary, way out there.
Yeah, it looked like the back judge threw it.
The back judge threw the flag.
So it'll be an automatic first down, so it brings up first and goal, under 30 seconds to go. Clock doesn't wind, it was incompletion. Empty backfield here for Gaither. See if they go with the quarterback sneak. They won't, they're gonna throw. Nowhere to go, taken down! Graham Collins with a much needed sack, and it's gonna force Hebron to use a timeout. That's the second time where Holy Innocent Secondary's taken away that first look for Gaither, and the defense has gotten to the quarterback. Collins there, a little bit of a delayed blitz. Big time pop on the quarterback.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was reminiscent of the Pace scrimmage. Pace had it 4th and 2 on our 29, and Collins came through and did just what he just did, and that ended up, well, not that a scrimmage is a game changer, but it totally took the momentum away and gave it to us.
And I believe Coach Winter referenced that and said, that's just kind of the way Collins is as a leader. He's one of the captains, and he's kind of a lead-by-example guy.
Yeah, he's kind of a quiet kid.
Yeah.
You're not going to get a lot of conversation out of him, but he just goes out and does his job, works hard.
And his peers take note as they voted him one of their 4 captains. So coming out of the timeout, it'll be second and goal. Ball on the 12-yard, on the 14-yard line. So it looks like Borges is lined up in the backfield with Gaither. Gaither is going to look to his left, throws the fade route. Maxwell in coverage, but a beautifully thrown ball right over his outstretched arms, and Logan Johnson hauls that one in from 14 yards out. See on the replay, good coverage. Maxwell went up, timed his jump well. Just, again, like the last deep ball, well thrown ball and beat good coverage.
Yeah, it was a good pass. He's showing us something with his arm. With his accuracy, I should say. And
extra point is up and through. And for the second week in a row, Colton Gaither, the quarterback, has 2 touchdown passes. 24-7 the score right now with 17 seconds to go. And really for Holy Innocents, it's been the, we've said it before, it's been the penalties that have really been killing them.
Yeah.
Had 2 or 3 nice pickups for first downs. They've gotten called back, and when given a second chance, the Hebron Christian defense has stood up to the test.
Yeah, and then we just had our roughing the passer,
that
I
was
guess.
tough.
And that was a tough one. And
Gaither throwing, showing he can throw the football around. So we'll see what adjustments Coach Winter makes at halftime. He made nice adjustments last week when Pisgah was running a lot of corner blitzes. They figured out how to attack it when they went to the half, see what they can figure out about some of the defense that Hebron's shown. We talked about those A and B gap blitzes that they were preparing for all week. So Meeks with the kick. It's going to be a squib kick, and picked up looking for some running room is Sam Barton. Barton picked up a short kick last week.
yeah, he did. Took it to midfield.
And this one not quite as far, but gets up near the 30.
He's a sophomore.
So I imagine Coach Winter will be relatively conservative here with this play call. 11 seconds to go in the opening half. Holy Innocents got on the board first on a touchdown pass from Davis to Collins, but since then it's been all Hebron Christian. Pair of touchdown passes and a block punt.
All in the second quarter.
Yep. Hawk behind Davis at the B-back spot. Davis is going to throw. He throws to Williams. A little hook and ladder for Venturelette. trying to come up the near sideline. Stiff arms one guy, taken out of bounds near midfield. Could have been late, nothing called. So now you got 3 seconds left, ball near midfield. Maybe you got a chance of throwing something towards the end zone. You don't have Mikel Tubbs.
Yeah.
But maybe you can sneak someone behind the defense. Saw Graham Collins got behind the defense twice. Once for a touchdown, once just missed. And so Williams will split out wide as well as the speedster Alexander. Maybe you can get him behind the defense.
And they're not in any sort of prevent.
And it looks like they're going to blitz up the middle, pitch out wide to Hawk. It's going to be reversed for Alexander. Makes one man miss, but he's not going to have a lot of room. He'll dance around and ultimately get taken down behind the line of scrimmage. So Coach Winter trying to see if he couldn't get Hebron Christian defense going the wrong way, but that will close our first half here. Holy Innocents trails Hebron Christian 24-7. As we head into the half, Hebron Christian will get the ball to start the second half, and got to imagine it's got to be penalties, the stopping of penalties to get back in this game.
Yeah, that was the thing. Coach Winter said they had to smooth out. We were flagged 12 times last week, and I don't have the official stats, but we've had about 4 or 5 so in the first half. And for a while, they were matching us penalty for penalty. But I think in the second quarter, it kind of caught up with us a little bit. Graham Collins had the great sack, and then we had the roughing the passer, and then we had our couple of holding penalties. They had that second and like 30, and then we had the 2 15-yarders on the same play. So we're kind of shooting ourselves in the foot a little bit, but I think it's a matter of coming out with a defensive stop and putting some pressure on their quarterback a little bit. Because if he's got time, he's accurate.
So we'll head to the half again, 24-7. Hebron Christian leads. We'll see what the Golden Bears can chalk up at halftime. We'll be back on SUV TV's presentation of Holy Innocents Golden Bears football in about 20 minutes. Welcome back to Holy Innocents Football, powered by SUV TV. Alongside Don Neugebauer, I'm Ned Case. Thanks for tuning in on this Friday night. Second half just about to get underway. 24-7 lead for Hebron Christian. Don, that first half almost doesn't feel like the score is 24-7. It didn't feel like Hebron Christian was dominant in that first half. Good second quarter for him.
I agree, and like one of us just said, the block punt was huge. We did everything right, but no one touched one of the defenders.
Yep.
And, penalties both ways. Penalties still hurting us a little bit.
Yep.
I don't think either team is running the ball very well up the middle. So right now, though, they're doing a pretty good job of the quick pass. Their quarterback is showing some really good accuracy. But like I was saying, the concession stand talk is we shouldn't be 17 points down.
Yep.
Maybe 7, maybe 10. But, I don't feel that we're 17 points below them.
Absolutely. And, the penalties, you say both ways. It's just the difference when you're, throwing the football like Hebron. It's a lot easier to make up 10 or 15 yards in penalties versus when, you're running with that triple and you get behind the sticks, makes it tough.
Right. Yeah, we had a lot of second and longs.
Right, yep. Absolutely. So Hebron Christian will receive to start the second half. We'll see if Coach Winter has any trickeration up his sleeve to start the half. But I will say, heading into the half, Holy Innocents got in their two lines. They were walking into the locker room, and like Michael Cox and Kadar Henry kind of jogged up alongside everybody, getting everyone's energy up, and everyone started jogging in the locker room. So they seem to, believe they can get back in this game, and certainly plenty of time.
And Coach Winter's a man with a lot of energy, and it's been contagious, and he makes good adjustments. So
we'll see. Absolutely. We talked about our keys to the game before. Field position. They kind of lost that one. Kicking game, the block punt hurt on that one. And then those A-gap blitzes got them a couple times, most notably on that 4th and short when they came right up the middle for a stop.
Yeah, they sure did. I think Cox was our ball carrier, and he never had time to get going. If he gets going, that's 2 yards for us. But he never, once he got the ball, he was greeted by about 3 Lion defenders.
Absolutely. So just to recap the first half score, and Holy Innocents went up 7-0 into the first quarter on a 49-yard pass from Matt Davis to the tight end Collins. And then the second quarter was all Hebron Christian. It was 37-yard field goal, then 87-yard pass from Gaither to Warbington. The block punt we mentioned. And then the last score for the half, Gaither found Johnson 14 yards in the end zone to get us to 24-7. That last touchdown happened with under 20 seconds to go.
17 seconds to go.
So it made it tough for Holy Innocents to get anything after that. So we'll see what they do here. Blake Dobbs has the ball teed up here on the near hash. Clock set for 12 minutes. We're set to get our second half underway here in Tequila, Georgia at Hebron Christian Academy. Dobbs does put his foot into it. Is he going to make it to the end zone? It does look like it's going to be short. Fielded by Borges inside the 5-yard line. He's looking for some room up the near side. And he's going to be taken down. Looked like in on that tackle was Williams, along with number 46 for the Golden Bears, William Willis.
William Willis, I believe, is only a sophomore, I think.
That is correct. 5'11", 170 pounds. Making some plays on special teams. As a young guy, that's how you get that varsity experience and chance to show yourself. Make a play on special teams.
Yeah, we saw a little Sam Barton with a couple good kick returns, sophomore. Now, there's a kid with some speed.
Yep.
If he wasn't playing football, I'd have him on my cross-country team. I'm telling you that right now. I wouldn't give him a choice.
Thankfully for Dunn, no early morning cross-country meet tomorrow.
That's right. I'll take my time on 85.
Get back at midnight tonight. It may be a late game when the Bears come back and win this one.
There you go.
So we almost were set and delay a game to start the half for Hebron Christian. So the penalties carry over from the first half to the second. Brings up 1st and 15 to start the third quarter. So Holy Innocents started the game with a 3-and-out on defense on Hebron's first possession. See if they can't get that again here. Get their offense on the field quick. Shotgun, it's going to be a handoff up the middle, looking for room. Graham Collins drags down the ball carrier. That was number 8, Winston Gassent.
I got a score for you. Mount Vernon beat Pisgah 41-21. That was a this afternoon game at Mount Vernon because they don't have lights.
Yep.
So those are always 4. We'll be going there this year for a 4:30 start. I'm sorry.
Mount Vernon, a region game. Again, they give the ball to Gassant, and he picks up good chunky yards, gets a first down for the Lions. But Vernon was a game last year, I believe.
Oh, that was the game. Say no more. Yeah, we were up 10 with about a minute 50, and they scored 14 on us, including that bomb that split three of our cornerbacks.
And that was a learning year for Holy Innocents last year. A lot of these guys on the field were sophomores or juniors last year contributing. So new set of downs here for the Lions. They're going to hand it off again to Gassant. They found a little bit of success in the running game with the big running back. So that was a pickup of 6 there. Brings up 2nd and 4 here. Two receivers to the near side, one to the far side. Fullback and Gassant in the backfield with Gaither, the sophomore quarterback. He's got 2 touchdown passes already, but they're going to hand it off again up the middle. Slicing has room, cuts to the outside. Maxwell misses a tackle. Gassant going down the sideline, and Jack Felton finally drags him down inside the 20-yard line. Gassant broke through and then made a nice move in the open field and finally was dragged down from behind. So some holes starting to open up in the middle of the field by this offensive line.
It's almost like they made adjustments to our adjustments.
There's certainly some size up front for this offensive line. I believe 3 of their linemen are up over 200 pounds. And off up the middle to Stower, and nice tackle in the open field. That was Hunter Hawk taking down the ball carrier.
There you
gain of just 1.
There you go. There you go. Now we're talking.
Nice form tackle there by Hawk coming through, wrapping up, driving his feet. You see it there on the SUV TV replay. So 2nd and 8, ball inside the red zone. With 2 receivers to the left side. Bottom of the screen, it's the 6'2 Warbington. Let's see if they go that way. Kadar Henry's in coverage. Gaither in the shotgun. He's looking to Warbington. He's going to throw the fader out. He's got Warbington. Caught. Touchdown. Gaither to Warbington. 2nd time those 2 have connected tonight. And the lead extends for the Lions. See on the replay there, Warbington with a nice move off the line, got that step he needed, and Gaither's been extremely accurate with his throwing all night.
He has been. He really has been. And there's nothing fancy about the routes. Like that one's just a, what do they call it, a fly, whatever.
Yeah, it looked like just a little bit of a fade route there. That kick was tipped, but it went through. So the extra point is good. 18-yard touchdown pass, and again, not terrible coverage by Henry, but got the step, and when you got a 6'2 receiver, even if you're in good coverage, sometimes those guys just go up and get that football.
Yeah, he's putting it on the money.
So now, definitely a score needed here for Holy Innocents. Give themselves a little momentum, just remind themselves how successful they can be. So Warbington, 2 touchdowns tonight. Meek will kick this one off. He's going to carry the ball over to the left hash, it looks like. Henry and Padgett again will be back deep to return. Barton and Vance Stone just in front of them, ready to handle a pooch kick if that's what they get. It looks like they are going to get that pooch kick.
Here they come.
I'm not sure which side they're going to go to. Looks like they're going to go over to Barton's side. And they do. Ball is going to bounce and die. Nice kick there. Henry picks it up and makes one man miss coming down the sideline. Flag comes
Flag
in.
down, flag down.
You can only imagine what that's going to be. And another flag comes in. And I think they're going to get whole innocence for a late block there. Like Xavier Smith may have carried out his block a step or two too late after the whistle. We'll see what that first flag is, though. We can find the official in the white hat. There he is. So penalties have really been the story of this game. Not a lot of flow to this game for either team.
I think the first 6 minutes flowed
You're
pretty
right,
good.
you're right. Well, yeah, 2 3-and-outs, 2 fumbles.
Yeah. And then after that, it's kind of been like this.
The officials have had a long discussion on almost every single flag. There's 2 on this play, so they'll get that one sorted out. Face mask is going to be called on Hebron, which makes that second penalty kind of hurt because the penalties will offset. And the ball will be spotted where Henry went out of bounds, which is across the 41-yard line. So the pooch kick that landed, it was a funny, thought it might bounce out of bounds. It just died on the 20. Henry picked it up, returned it 20 yards. And the ball will start in good field position for this Golden Bears offense led by the junior Matt Davis. Hand off to Felton, looking for room, makes one man miss. And Felton running hard, picks up about 7 yards there. Jack Felton was running with some passion on that carry. You could tell he wasn't going to let the first tackle take him down.
Good quick cut.
And our replay did a nice job there. Really made that man miss. A little shimmy and then took 2 or 3 Lion defenders to take down the junior. So 2nd and short here. Padgett splits out wide to the near side. Cox, the B-back. Felton in motion. Now they're going to reverse the other way. Give up the middle. Cox makes a couple guys miss. Stays on his feet. Finally dragged down after a first down. Pick up of another 7 or 8 there. As the backs seem to be running a little bit harder in this second half. Trying to get something going. Plenty of time left. You can punch one in here.
Yeah.
Get a couple stops, maybe create a turnover, get yourself a short field, but it's got to start with this first score. Same backfield, Vincilette, Felton, and Cox. And there you go. Hebron jumping.
There you go.
So that's the 2nd or 3rd time on the dummy motion they've gotten the defensive line or linebackers to go. And Coach Winter's, taking advantage of that aggressive blitzing defense that we've talked about.
I've decided that he's a guy I would hate to coach against. He's not scared to go for it on 4th down. He's not scared to fake a punt. He's not, he's kind of a wide open kind of guy. So it's like the normal rules don't always apply. So you don't necessarily know what to do with it.
And did they get him again? Almost, but they show their blitz. And so now they're going to run. Give it up the middle of Cox. I thought he broke free, but he momentarily broke free for about 2 yards. But even if they don't get Hebron to jump, sometimes that dummy count's showing where that blitz is going to come from.
Yeah, show their hand.
Michael Cox grabs a quick breather. You see him here on the sideline. Coming down with Coach Winter and the skill position guys who are bringing in the calls from the sideline. Hawk, the B-back now. Felton in motion. Davis is going to throw. He's got a blitzer, makes a miss. Davis throws it. He's got a man. It's Williams, and just outside of his reach. And Coach Winter, I think, wanted Davis to run that, but Davis, being a quarterback, natural instincts, nice little spin move here, kind of something you see on Saturdays and Sundays by those college quarterbacks, that spin out move.
He showed that a couple times last week.
And keeping his eyes downfield and just a step too far. But 3rd and short here.
Definitely 4 down territory, plus with the score.
Ball on the 38-yard line. They check with Coach Winter, and Coach Winter's going to have to burn a timeout here. So 7:02, a little momentum going here. And despite, I think only 1 for 3. I guess he did have the hook and ladder completion, so 2 for 4 passing. Yep. Davis has shown good arm strength and good accuracy with his throwing so far.
Yeah, he had, he hit Collins. He almost hit Collins again for 6 more. Yep. And throws on the run pretty well.
He seems poised and comfortable. The pressure doesn't really phase him. He's going to get free, keep his eyes downfield, make a play.
Last year was invaluable to him. He came in
absolutely
and picked up around mid-season and took over the role. And
it's time out, so shout it out. Let's go, Bears.
Real good experience. So he's
shout it out. Let's go, Bears.
The megaphone broken out in front of us, probably coming into your computer at home or phone or however you're watching us tonight. We appreciate you tuning in on the SUV TV.
From way up in Decula.
So Davis under center, 3rd and short, trying to get the 3-5 yards. They don't. Felton lines up next to Hawk. Davis keeps it, pitches out to Vincent, gets a nice block. Vincent's got a first down. He's coming down the sideline, dragged down inside the 30-yard line. First down. And more importantly, no yellow handkerchiefs on the field.
That's what I was thinking.
Davis, nice ball handling there, getting the pitch out to Vincent, and he picked up a nice block on the edge from Jack Felton there. So a nice drive here for this Holy Innocents offense. They'd like a quick score, but at this point, any score is what you need.
Yep.
Henry checks in at the A-back spot with Felton. Second time we've seen him on offense today. And nice blitz on the backside. It's Michael Moyers making a play. He's been all over the field. We've had him running the football on offense, blocking punts, and making tackles. We mentioned 131 tackles last year, led this Lion defense.
Davis had no time right there.
Absolutely, one of those well-timed blitzes. Brings up 2nd and 12 for Matt Davis in the offense. Henry in motion. They fake the pitch. Davis rolling to his right. Nowhere to go. And the blitzer coming in with the sack. Alex Pawson bringing up a 3rd and long. Like Michael Cox just didn't even have time to get set to make that block after the fake. And Pawson right in his face. Pressure coming on both sides. Halfway through our 3rd quarter. 3rd and long here, ball on the 40-yard line. They're going to need 20-plus yards to pick up this first down. It's definitely going to be 2-down territory. Twin receivers to the near side. It's Padgett and Alexander in the slot. Davis is going to roll to his right. Sets his feet, throws it outside. He's got Padgett. Padgett's up near the original line of scrimmage and bringing up a manageable 4th down here. Another nice throw on the run there by Davis. So 4th and 8 here for this Holy Innocents offense. We'll see if they go to the air again. Davis now 3 of 5 passing by my count. And again, they're going to go 2 receivers to the same side, this time to Davis's right, and it's Williams instead of Padgett. Alexander in the slot. They're going to roll that way. Draw play for Hawk up the middle. First down. Trying to get to the outside. Dragged down. Hunter Hawk, nice moves in the open field, and a great play call there by Coach Winter, and nice job of the offensive line blocking. Really nice job after a couple rollouts, getting the defense flowing. And Hunter Hawk almost made that one-man miss in the open field, but dragging him down, it may have been the corner Burgess. So first and goal, ball on the 10-yard line. Whistles come in. Looks like Hebron's going to use a timeout. And they will. Hebron's going to call timeout. We'll take a break with them here on Holy Innocents Football presented by SUV TV. We'll be back right after this. And we're back here on SUV TV's presentation of Holy Innocents Golden Bears football. I'm Ned Case alongside Dunn Neugebauer. Thanks for tuning in on this Friday night. Golden Bears trying to punch one in. If you score here, you probably go for two and try to make it a two-possession game.
Yeah.
24 plus 7. I'm doing too much math on this broadcast tonight. So first and goal, ball on the 10-yard line. Felton in motion and looked like they were on the dummy count, and a couple guys on the front forgot that they were in the dummy count. So that'll bring up first and goal from the 15, and that's the first penalty on this drive and comes at an inopportune time. But I guess all penalties come at inopportune times.
Yo.
So ball on the 15 now. Will stay in their normal set with their three backs. Tight end Collins, receiver Williams here to the left side. Davis communicates, gets everyone on the same page. Finchlet in motion, give up the middle. Look like that's Hawk bullying forward. And we'll see where they spot him. Maybe only about a yard or two on that one. Michael Cox here in front of us, grabbing a well-deserved break on the bench, and Hunter Hawk getting the carries.
It's like they gave him 3.
So ball back to the 12-yard line, under 4 minutes to go here. Again, Holy Innocents chewing up some time here, but you just got to score. Get yourself a chance to get back in. This Felton in motion, couldn't get him to jump. Davis stays under center, gives up the middle to Hawk. Hawk trying to bully forward and picks up another 2 or 3. Looks like they've got him spotted right near the 10-yard line. It's taking 2 plays to make up for that false start. Again, it's going to be 2-down territory pretty much from here on out, I would imagine.
Oh, yeah.
Felton, Vinchilette, the A-backs. Hawk stays in the game behind Davis. Dummy motion doesn't get Hebron to move. Now they give up the middle to Hawk, breaking through one tackle. He's down near the 5-yard line. So 4th and goal for the Golden Bears. This is what we talked about. These long drives last year didn't always end in touchdowns or points. This is where you really need to make that change. 4th and goal from the 5. Padgett comes in at wide receiver. Hawk stays in the game. Vinchilette and Felton, the A-backs, and they get on the same page. Now go to their respected sides. 9 guys in the box here for the defense. It's a handoff. Nowhere to go. Hunter Hawk stuffed up the middle again. And that will put an end to the drive. Second time on a 4th down. Hebron's come shooting through that A-gap and made a tackle on the B-back. You see there, nowhere to go for Hawk. Tried to bounce off it, but a nice tackle.
Their timing has been good on those. They sure have. Both of our 4th down and short.
Yep. Now the defense takes the field. The ball on the 5-yard line. No, they do have it spotted on the 10. So a loss of 5 on that play. But Holy Innocents defense does have them pinned back deep. See if they can't do something with it, create a turnover. 3 and out, short field to work with here. Looks like a little bit of a wildcat here. Excuse me, that's just the other quarterback, Peavy, in the game. Peavy's going to keep it. It is a little bit of a wildcat as Peavy's going to keep it and run, and dragged down there by Tyler Rowe. But not until he picks up first down yardage. The first time we've seen Justin Peavy on offense, seen him a couple times on defense, but now he's going to come out of, oh, nope, just going to the sideline to get the call. So we'll see if Peavy makes this more of a run-oriented offense from the quarterback position.
If I'm them, that would be my thoughts. Absolutely.
Especially they had some success running up the middle on that last drive until they threw it in for a touchdown. Second pass reception for Warburton tonight. And they're going to keep it again. Now he's going to throw. Has a man. Felton in coverage. And wanting a flag. Looks like feet just got tied up there. Good coverage by Felton. Peavy rolling out here, a little bit of a run-pass option, and finally set his feet. Nice job there by Felton in coverage. Drew up one of the safeties, but Felton's playing deep there. Minute 29 to go here in our third quarter. Hebron Christian with their second possession of the half, scored a touchdown on their opening possession. Now it's the second quarterback, Peavy. These two were battling for the job at the beginning of the year. And it looks like we're gonna have a false start or an illegal substitution maybe.
Ready, hit it. Push it back, push it back, push it back. Defense attack. Push it back, push it back, push it back. Defense attack. Push it back, push it back, push it back.
See what the man in the white hat calls. And it is just going to be a false start. So backs up Hebron 5 yards, bringing up 2nd and 15. So Peavy showing he can run or throw, although Peavy now out of the game, and Gaither back at quarterback. Sophomore got 3 touchdown passes on the evening. And he's going to hand it off. Gassant looking for room. Nowhere to go. Like the linebackers, Hunter Hawk and Graham Collins in on that tackle. Gassant finally contained on a run. That might be his first carry this half. It didn't go for 5 or 10 yards. So 3rd and 15 now. Chance for this Holy Innocents defense to get off the field if they can get a stop. They've gotten pressure on the backfield and they've taken away the quarterback's first look. See if the coverage can be tough again. He loves the 5'6" sophomore Logan Johnson. He's in the slot at the top of the screen. But he's looking to his right. He's got a man. It's hauled in. No, it is complete. What a snag.
Wow.
That was Jeffrey Saturday, the coach's kid. And another great throw right in the breadbasket. He's catch right over the shoulder. You'll see it coming almost right at the camera.
Pretty good coverage.
Good coverage, yeah, exactly.
Pretty good coverage.
And just a little bit better thrown ball, put it where only his guy could catch it. And to his guy's credit, he hauled that pass in. So Jeffrey Saturday showing he might follow in his dad's football footsteps, but not in his offensive line footsteps.
Looks like that's going to end the third quarter. And it is.
Third quarter only saw 1 touchdown on the board. It went to the Lions as they extend their lead to 24. They now lead 31-7 heading into the fourth quarter here in Decula, Georgia. We'll be back for the final 12 minutes right after this. teams flip sides, and we get ready to start our final quarter here on a chilly Friday night in August.
Yeah, it is. Football weather.
I wasn't smart enough to bring my jacket. So 1st and 10, ball on Hebron's own 48-yard line. Gaither, quick throw out wide. He's got Saturday, and Saturday is going to be wrestled
And
down.
a penalty.
And a flag comes in. Collins on the tackle. Are they going to call a horse collar or something there? I don't know.
Where the flag was thrown, it looked like it was something on the tackle.
Tackle.
Face mask, horse collar, something of that nature.
But he didn't really drag. I don't know. He got him a little bit high. And they're going to call a face mask. Ref had a better view than I did, but tough call. And it'll be 15 more yards given away by the Golden Bears. So the story again has been penalties. They got away with it last week. But against a little bit stronger Hebron Christian squad, they're really hurting the Golden Bears tonight. 2 receivers to each side for Gaither. To the near side, it's Warbington. And the Lightning Bug Johnson. Handoff to Gassant. Nice stutter step and dragged down from behind. Graham Collins in on the tackle along with Bo Maxwell. Collins gets up a little gimpy. He's going to jog to the sideline. Looks like it'll be the junior Moreland Bell coming in at linebacker for Collins. This might be the first snap that Collins hasn't been on the field between playing tight end and linebacker.
He's a workhorse.
2 receivers again to each side for Gaithers. Gassant in the backfield. Quick throw out to Warbington. Warbington stumbles, keeps his feet, and dragged down. Excuse me, that was 3, not 9. Jeffrey Saturday on the catch. And he's going to have first down yardage, gain of about 12 on that catch and run.
Tackled by number 13, Tyquan Alexander. That's a number Lions first down.
The Lions continue to move the chains, moving inside the red zone. Ball now on the 17-yard line. They're going to stay in their same formation. Quick throw out to Saturday again. Saturday catches, makes one man miss, makes a second man miss. And dragging some tacklers, staying on his feet. He's going to have another first down on a pitch and catch. So 2 quick little bubble routes pick up 20-plus yards and 2 first downs. 1st and goal, ball on the 5-yard line. So again, shotgun, they're going to bring in the extra fullback. That's Blake Scarberry. Gassant, the running back next to Gaither. They give it to him. Gassant looking for room. Nice job there, Hunter Hawk stopping the momentum of the running back, bringing up a 2nd and goal. Hunter Hawk, tough tackler, brings his feet and wraps up every time, it seems. Second and goal, ball still on the 3-yard line now. They're going to stay in the same formation, keeping Scarberry and as a lead blocker. See if they go to a fade route. Warbington, 6'2" receiver to the right. Handoff up the middle, and Gassant is in. 3 yards out. Touchdown carry for Winston Gassant. And the lead now pushes 2:30 with the extra point on the way.
Unless they change the rules.
Yep, the clock, I believe clock will run. And I guess regardless of this extra point, I believe the number's 30. Extra point is up and through for Meek. And it's now 38 unanswered points for the Lions after the first quarter touchdown pass. So, of course, this game, non-region, and one thing Coach Winter mentioned this week, and I'm talking with him, is how he really wanted to challenge his team and have a tough schedule and
that's
play
good.
a team like Hebron. And, Hebron doing the same thing. Hebron went and played the defending Class A public state champions, Clinch County. So both these teams really strengthened themselves. Coach Winter said, this week the JV went over and played St. Pius.
Yeah.
Playing a 3A school. He just talks about playing schools like that to really toughen up the program.
Heck, our middle school played Milton.
Yep. Wow. Yep. That's 7A school.
It's and then plus with the power rankings, you pick off some of these good teams. It's a different ball game in other where it's all about region games.
Right.
But when you're in single A private, every game matters.
It's almost like the old BCS.
Yeah, that's right.
Looks like Peyton Johnson's going to come on to kick this one off. Coach Winter was at Pinecrest. He was scheduling 7A schools. So he's not afraid of the challenge, and this will only help these guys get better as Harrison Paget fields this short kick, has some room up the near side, and taken down up across the 40-yard line. Nice little return there by Harrison Paget of about 20 yards.
Number 17, Blake Scarberry. Number 16, Alec Clausen.
And as of now, the clock not winding, so.
The Golden Bears ball on their own 40-yard line.
But at the same time, the clock also ran for about 30 seconds
Yeah,
earlier
that's
on
right.
that ball. So
You never know.
Davis brings his troops to the line. Ball spotted right at the 40-yard line. And now they allow Hebron to finish their substitutions. Hebron had 12 on the field there, run their 12th off. Davis hands the Hawk. Hawk bounces off to the right side, has to move up the middle. And the Hawk showing speed, makes a man miss. This is going to be a foot race. 20, 15, 10. Drag down from behind. Hunter Hawk with a big-time carry there. It's about a 50-yard run as he gets dragged down inside the 10-yard line. Hunter Hawk just bouncing right off the right tackle. Have some room. Made the man Johnson miss in the open field.
Showed a little speed there.
Absolutely. Johnson got a dose of his own medicine with that move by Hawk. And we're first and goal from the 7. Clock winds. Two receivers to the near side. Felton in the slot. It's going to be a pitch out to Hawk. He's going to try to get to the edge. Cuts it upfield. Runs over a man. Is he in? Waiting for a signal. And he's just short. Hunter Hawk running hard, running over the first would-be tackler. Man, that is lowering your shoulder and finishing a run. Ball spotted at the 1-yard line. Clock ticking down under 9 minutes. We'll go two receivers again to the near side. Same formation, the tight end Collins to the left. Handoff, Hawk up the middle. Did he squirt through? He did.
Yeah, there you go.
Hunter Hawk, third touchdown of the season. And for the first time since the opening quarter, the Golden Bears move the scoreboard. Just a short little run here. Nice push by the line up front.
That was a Hunter Hawk 58-yard touchdown drive right there.
Absolutely. Dobbs on for the extra point. Davis will hold. Extra point is up and through for Blake Dobbs. 2 for 2 on extra points tonight for the junior. And now we'll see. Coach Winter goes with the onside kick here. I imagine he would.
Yeah, I would imagine so. Dobbs is 6 for 6 now this year on PATs.
Yep. Hunter Hawk Hawk, again, we talked about that toughness he brings, that kind of attitude he plays with. He shows it there, down by 31. He doesn't care. He's going to be running hard.
Yeah, they'll play till there's no time on the clock. We liked that about them last year, you know, even though they had a tough season.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yep. Team that fought and clawed till the end, and Coach Winter wouldn't let his guys play any other way.
No, that starts at the top right there.
Absolutely. You see him here coaching his tail off, making sure they got the right special teams group out there. Dobbs is going to try to get that onside kick, get that bounce that everyone's looking for, hop over somebody's head. Looks like they're going to come here to the near side, but there could be some trickeration. See if they go to the short side. Guys are lined up close to the line. Hopefully they stay on sides. Dobbs with a little line drive kick. Big hit. Did the ball come loose? It didn't. Padgett put a nice hit into number 16, Alex Paulson, who fielded that one, but he did a nice job of holding on to the ball. Just a line drive kick out of Dobbs, trying to just get it to maybe bounce off the shoulder pad and fielded. Big hit. Nice job by Paulson. .8:18 to go in our final quarter. Ball right at midfield. Be an opportune time for the Bears to maybe punch a football loose, jump on a fumble, see what you can create. And something's up with Bo Maxwell. The officials, looks like he's got a little bloody knee. And the training staff will again pull out the tied to go. I know it's not really tied to go, but
kind of hard to play football without getting blood on you.
Yeah, right. Especially on this new turf they got here at Hebron Christian. And nice play up the middle there as Stower had nowhere to go. Harrison Padgett in there, along with Collins and a host of other Bears.
It's sort of like the shirt tail rule in basketball, but if you're playing hard, your shirt tail's gonna come in. I used to wonder why they couldn't keep their shirt tail in, but if they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, it's not gonna stay in.
So Padgett comes in for Maxwell for one play and gets his name called on defense. Two receivers to the top of the screen, one to the near side, fullback, running back, along with Gaither. Gaither's going to throw, slant route, almost intercepted. Jack Felton had a chance at it, but bounced right off his shoulder pad as he dove in effort to get it. That was a chance, and just as he dove, the ball sailed a little bit on him here. So now 3rd and 10, clock is stopped. This would be a nice stop here for the Bears. See if they can't get pressure on Gaither. They're gonna go 4 receivers, 2 to the near side, 2 to the far side. Gaither with Cassant in the backfield. Cassant stays in the block. They bring the blitz. Throw. Alexander intercepted. He's going to have a chance to return it. He crosses. He's switching fields and can't pick up. Does stay on his feet. Flag comes in. And looks like we're going to have a block in the back at the end of that penalty as Hall O'Neal was trying to get a block in. But when you're reversing fields all over, that could be tough. But a nice interception there by Taquan Alexander, reading that ball and jumping it.
Again, good coverage. But earlier tonight, the quarterbacks found a way to split 3 of our guys. Not that time. Taquan got it done. And though the penalty will push us back a little, we will take the turnover.
Absolutely. The way Hunter Hawk was running, you might be able to score quick again.
Yeah, there you go.
So it will be 15 yards or half the distance to the goal, depending on where Alexander was finally spotted down. So ball deep in their own territory, looks like right around the 11-yard line. Davis under center. He's got two receivers to his right. He's going to throw. He's got the out route for Felton. Passes low. It's caught. Staying on his feet is Felton, making a couple guys miss. And he's got close to first down yardage. Nice individual effort there by the junior Jack Felton. And Davis continues his accurate throwing.
Did get the first down.
That was all effort. A low throw, picking it up off the ground. 1, 2 missed tackles. 3. And finally the fourth guy threw him down. Now they put the two receivers to the left side of Davis. Michael Cox behind him. They give it to Cox. Nowhere to go up the middle. As we wind close to the 6-minute mark here in our fourth quarter. Bears trail by 24. At this point, just looking to build momentum.
Yeah.
A lot of football left to be played this year. And the way this Hebron team looks, this might not be a bad loss come the end of the season. Collins, the tight end, to the left. The receiver at the bottom of the screen. Davis rolling to his right, looking downfield. Doesn't really have anybody. And throws it away. Outside the tackle box, so no grounding will be called. There's a little bit of miscommunication there. Davis rolled to his left, and there was no receiver out there.
Right.
Collins was kind of floating that way, but the receiver is here on the near side. So 3rd and 10 now. Padgett and Felton split out to the left. Now Henry, the A-back, goes to the left too. Now they're going to reverse fields, and Coach Winter's going to call a timeout, and he's not happy to use that timeout.
No, he met the players on the field. They didn't have to come to him on that one.
And that's the second timeout Coach Winters had to use formation. And, you know, again, these are all teaching moments here early in the year. There's still plenty of football to be played.
And in 2 weeks, we actually play at home.
There we go.
We play at home.
Off next week, correct?
Off next.
Yep.
I'm not going to know what to do. We have no football game Friday night and no cross-country meet on Saturday.
Well,
So
I can tell you one thing to do. Start a college football season.
Oh, there you go. I'll do that. That's always exciting. No matter who your favorite team is.
The Friday night lights, wake up Saturday, you got football all day. Draw play again to Hawk, trying to make a couple guys miss. Does. Bounce to the left side, now reverses field. He's going to need to pick up a block. He gets a little bit of a block. Hunter Hawk, a lot of running for maybe a yard.
But the boys are still playing.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what we're talking about. The boys are still playing.
And Hawk, he's showing his elusiveness, not just a fullback the way you think of fullbacks. Showing some speed, some patience when he runs. But he ran about 40 or 50 yards there, back and forth. So they will punt. Nichols will come in. Dropping back deep is Logan Johnson.
Or they're scheduled to punt anyway. We'll see.
Good point. Maxwell did have a sneak last week, although Vince Gillette is the up back right now. Maxwell may still be dealing with some of that blood on his uniform.
And they do punt.
Nichols end over and punt, takes a nice bounce away from Johnson. Johnson picks it up to the 38-yard line, tries to get upfield, tripped up by Hunter Hawk. About a 10-yard return there out of Johnson.
And talking about our kicking game, I believe we'll have Landon Cardian back in 2 weeks, who can also has got a good leg. He doesn't punt, but he's also a good. Not that Dobbs is doing anything wrong.
But just like we talked about, adding to that depth. You know, when you have depth at the kicking position, you have depth.
Yeah, you really do.
So Gaither back at quarterback. We saw Peavy briefly to start this half, but it's been Gaither since. He's got 3 touchdown passes on the afternoon, or on the evening. Throw out wide to Johnson. Johnson dragged down on the sideline. Tackle there by 19, Bo Maxwell, so he's back in the game. Clock winds, approaching 4 minutes here in our final quarter. Been another long game with all the penalties.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm Hebron. I know I'm just a cross-country coach, but I'm running the ball, getting the clock, saving my starters.
Well, you know, a lot of these little bubble routes almost are.
Yeah, that's true.
Routes, you know, it's almost just like a sweep, and you're getting to the outside right away.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So we'll see.
There's nothing fancy about it.
Yeah, exactly. So they do hand it off there, and nice tackle there. Jack Felton with the hit. That carry went to number 2, Ethan Burrows. First time we've called Burrows' name tonight. And that was a carry for a first down, so clock stops while the chains move. Ball spot on the 39-yard line of Holy Innocents. And looks like Hebron's doing a nice job of using their full 25 seconds. Imagine they'll get to the line and snap it right away. Although that 25 seconds got to be getting close. That official's reaching for his flag. The back judge is. Doesn't throw it. Snap gets off. They throw it out wide to Saturday. Saturday makes first man miss, but then gets taken down on the far side. Alexander might have been in on that tackle. Gain of about 5.
Now 2nd and 5.
This Hebron team has been pretty impressive. They're one of those teams that, like Coach Winter said, kind of makes it basketball out here. You know, quick throws. Nothing too complex to their offense, but have some guys who can really play the receiver position well. The quarterback who's throwing the ball extremely well tonight.
Simple routes.
Yep.
Just
approaching 2 minutes here. Another quick throw out to Saturday. Almost. And that pass did get knocked down before it got to him. Nice job getting his hands on that pass was number 70, Spencer Getz.
It's now 3rd and 5.
So brings up 3rd and 5. Clock stops on the incompletion with 2:13 to go. Likely 2-down territory here for Hebron. They're a little too deep to punt.
Yeah.
And probably out of field goal range, but we'll see what happens. Hand off to Burrows, and he is picked up and put down by Hunter Hawk. Looks like he tried to jump over Hawk. And so that will bring up the 4th down decision.
Timeout.
And yep, Hebron will call a timeout to discuss this one. So a bad taste will be in the mouth of Holy Innocents going into their bye week. But, you know, for a younger team who's finding success, sometimes it's good to have that early season loss after a big win to kind of be reminded you got to keep working every day, every week.
You got to keep working every week. Yeah, it can be a good thing. It's only week 2.
Right.
And you bye week to work it out. Got a home game coming up.
Yep.
And I think there's a lot of good left.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we're 38 to 14 below these guys.
Yep.
You know, we had a tough second quarter tonight where we were outscored 24 to nothing.
Yep, and that was really the difference. And you know, with the bye week, you know, it's almost like these 2 games are almost preseason games. You kind of figure out where you are, and you got 2 weeks to work on what you need.
Yeah.
I think a big thing's going to be blocking without holding.
Yeah, that's still in the mix.
Yep. So getting the call from the sideline is Guthrie, motioning out to his receiver. And Coach Winter wants to delay a game. He's still asking for it. Now they hand off to Burrows. Nowhere to go. hit right at the line of scrimmage. See if we can see who that was with first contact.
There you
Well,
go.
should I be surprised? Looked like it was 22 Hunter Hawk. He was assisted there by the big defensive lineman, number 54, Richard Johnston.
There you go.
Turnover on downs, first down, Golden Bears.
And so that was, I didn't even realize that was a fourth down play. So nice stop there by the defense, playing till the whistle, and offense will head back on the field here. 2 minutes to go. Chance to work your 2-minute drill.
Well, we have one timeout, right?
Yep.
I think that's, yeah, we burned 2.
Henry in motion. Davis is going to throw quickly out to Williams, and just a little bit too far outside.
Ronnie Williams, incomplete. Second and 10 yards.
So Williams getting a chance to show his arm tonight. It's been pretty impressive. Made good decisions. Only one turnover for each team tonight. The block punt really kind of changed the momentum of the game in the second quarter. Davis throws. Here's the hook and ladder. They get it to Henry, and staying on his feet. Has first down yardage. And so the hook and ladder picks up 10 yards. Henry doing a nice job keeping his feet. His first tackler didn't wrap up, and he picked up a first down there. Paget splits out wide to the receiver to the top of the screen. Collins, the tight end, here on the bottom. Henry in motion, trying to get him to jump, and they do. So I'll say that's been one of the successful offense, one of the more successful things on offense is that hard count, getting the defensive jump. Nice job by Davis. And beside from one, you know, Holy Infants had good discipline on that themselves.
Yeah, we had one where we jumped, but
1:45 to go. We approach the 2.5-hour mark. It's been a long game. Drop back to pass. Davis, he wants Collins. He throws it up to Collins. It's going to be a jump ball situation, and harmlessly hits the ground. So nice job in coverage there by the safety, Trey Staley. He got caught on that in the first quarter. Wasn't going to get caught a second time. And Graham Collins, a little ginger after that one. Looks like he may just be a cramp. He's going to get stretched out. Looks like he may have been cramping a little bit earlier. So they'll go twin receivers to the same side again as Paget splits out wide, and Alexander is in the slot here on 3rd and 5. Davis rolling, pressure in his face, gets outside, has a man, it's Cox, and Cox dropped it as he turned upfield. May have just taken his eyes off that football a second early.
Pass intended for number 35, Michael Collins.
yeah, I think that was the old run with it before you got it type thing.
So 4th and 5 here. And they don't pick it up, most likely the last offensive snap of the night for Holy Innocents. As Williams brings in the call. We'll see if they go back to the air. Alexander and Henry, the A-backs. Cox, the B-back. Dummy motion, doesn't get Hebron to go. Davis is gonna throw. Now he's looking for room. Stays on his feet, finally sacked. The flag comes in the area of holding, but we'll see where that flag ends up going. The officials discuss. We're going to get a hold on Holy Innocents. It'll be declined. There'll be a turnover on downs. And now Hebron has a chance to just milk this clock. So I'd say, you know, one advantage for Hebron really was their blitzing linebackers. You know, whether it's on a sack there, on those 4th downs.
2 4th downs.
Yep.
Yeah, and it cost them a couple times. They jump off every now and then. They're aggressive, but well, they got to work on their timing too a little bit. It's only week 2, but it is effective. And let's see if they'll just take a knee and go to the dressing room or.
Yeah, it looks like they are going. Well, they're split pretty tight. A lot of these shotgun teams like to take their kneels out of the shotgun. And Guthrie will do that, so he'll take the snap, take a knee. He'll probably, that clock needs to start running.
Oh, God.
There we go.
Oh, God.
They'll need 1 or 2 more of those. As you see Coach Saturday on the far side winding his clock. Impressive showing out of this Hebron team. Nice campus. They had a nice atmosphere for football game. Tailgating going on. Nice crowd.
Yeah.
Holy Innocents traveled well.
Impressive field.
Yep.
Nice track when they get the lanes down, but it is a nice track.
Yep. Hebron played their 100th football game in program history last week, so this is game 101 for them, and they'll need 1 more snap to seal this one as long as it comes with under 25 seconds.
And hats off to them. We came in talking about they run the ball, but they passed it so well.
Right, yeah, absolutely.
And they really did, and our kids will be back. Coach Winter has them fired up. They play to the end, and you learn from stuff like this. But in 2 weeks, they'll be ready to play, and they'll go for 4 more quarters, and good things ahead.
Absolutely. 2 weeks back at home. Bye week next week for the Golden Bears. Final score tonight from Decula, Georgia. Hebron 38, Holy Innocents 14. Thanks for tuning in to SUV TV's coverage of Holy Innocents Golden Bears football. For Dunn Neugebauer, I'm Ned Case. Thanks to our crew. Have a good night and a great weekend.
There you go. Over and out.